So what's going on, guys, and welcome back to episode number 16 of our Pompey career mode. So we are going to be kicking off this episode with a home game up against Cheltenham Town. So we have got pretty much our strongest possible lineup available for this one, and is it going to be Badiashil's last game? Considering we are, of course, going to have to try and sell him very soon if we want to bring in any other players, because, as you guys do know, we are really struggling for money, and therefore we need money big time, and he's going to be our big source of income. So if any big deals come in, I'm sure we're going to have to accept them, whether we want to or not. It's for the best thing of the club, because obviously the club want us to sign a crucial first-team striker, and if we don't have any money, we, of course, cannot do that. So that brings an end to an awful game. There was pretty much no chances whatsoever in that game and nothing worth showing you. So a very poor result for us. 0-0 at home and not even creating any clear-cut chances. Very poor. So we've got some more emails come back here. We got one here, as we discussed at the beginning of the season, obviously specific objectives they want us to meet, and they're saying we're not on track. Transfer offer we got for Badiashil, this time for Sporting Gijón. We're going to go and say we want £4.7 million, and let's see what they can say. And also Norwich come back and say they will give us 3 million. We say, or 10 million, what are we doing? We'll say 4.9 million. So we want around that 5 million mark, which is basically double his valuation. Only 18 years of age, it's already 74 rated. How about that? Norwich saying there. Didion, they say they want 3.1 million, and Slivar, they want 1 million. So they are another two goalkeepers that we did in fact scout and see how they are, because basically if we sell our goalkeeper, we're going to need another one to replace him. So Norwich come back and say they give us 3.4 million, and Sporting Gijón say they don't believe he's worth that much. So 3.4 million, I don't even think that's going to really help us. Say 4.4 million, and then we will let him go. But otherwise, it's not going to help us, that money, because we're going to have to go out and spend it straight away on another goalkeeper. It's going to be a lot worse rating. And that there is just not worth it at all, is it? So Norwich come back and say they don't believe he is worth that much. So if no one's going to give us 4 or 5 million for him, then basically, you know where the door is. We're not going to sell him to you. So what about that, guys? Montpellier have come in for £4.9 million, and they've accepted it. So basically, Loic Badiashil is going to be on his way out the club for £4.9 million. It's a lot of money, and we're going to need to go ahead and bring in another goalkeeper now to replace the goalkeeper that we really did not want to let go. But at least letting him go, it should allow us to buy a goalkeeper and then obviously go ahead and bring in a first-team striker. So we have got some good news, as Montpellier have agreed terms with him, and we've been allocated £3.9 million. So what we're going to go and do, let's go ahead and offer a deal for Didion. They say they want 3.1 million. We don't want to pay that much, so let's say we'll give them 2.2 million. Let's see if they say yes to that. And also, the other team only want 1 million for their goalkeeper. Obviously, he's nowhere near as good, but he has got a good potential. So maybe what we can do, go ahead and offer some stupid amount of money, like 800,000, and then basically strengthen up the squad elsewhere, because the goalkeeper position, it doesn't really matter, because we can put him in the training and he's going to grow. So Metz have accepted a £2.7 million bid for Didion, and Anderlecht have accepted 900,000 for Svilar. So we're going to go ahead and offer both of them a contract and a crucial first-team player, and then let's see which one we'll accept. Obviously, Didion is going to be the better goalkeeper, but he's going to cost us quite a bit of money. I'm not 100% sure whether we want to spend that much, because we wanted to bring in someone like Moore, who is very good from Borussia Dortmund, but whether we can afford him as well, plus that Metz goalkeeper, I highly doubt it. So we may have to go for Slivar, because then I want to bring in a really good first-team striker, because that's then will keep the board happy. So we're now into transfer deadline day, so we are going to advance the hours. There's only 10 hours left, and we need to sign a goalkeeper. So it's going to be against the clock. We've got 6 emails coming in for now. So Ben Tollett, as we can see here, 190,000. Let's say we want straight out 210,000, which is currently 20,000 over his valuation. Let's see if Morecambe will pay that. Didion's declined his contract. Svilar's accepted his. Dortmund say they want 2.10 million for Moore, and Benfica want 1.8 for Jose Gomez. And also in talks with Ingolstadt is Didion. So here we go. This could be against the clock. Emre Moore. Let's go ahead and offer him let's offer a straight 2 million for Emre Moore, and then we're going to go ahead and offer what we're going to do. Fuck it. we're going to go ahead and bring in this guy, Miles Vilar, the goalkeeper, 17-year-old from Anderlecht, has signed for the club. So Didion can go somewhere else because he said he wants more wages, which we're not prepared to give him, and we've just signed a goalkeeper. So now all we need to do is go ahead and bring in Emre Moore on a crucial first-team player, and then that there should keep the board happy. So now having a look here, we've got a transfer offer for Ben Close, which is taking him on loan. Naturally, we don't actually need the money for that now, so we'll stall that one for the time being. Emre Moore's accepted his contract, which is fantastic news, and he will be joining the club, and that now should keep the board happy. He's on a crucial first-team player trophy earned. There we go. Our manager rating update has gone up to a 79. That's more like it. And the board say, just wanted to thank you for helping the club reach on its brand exposure goals. We wanted to evaluate your profile, bring in top talent to the club, and we couldn't have done it without you. Thank you. So that's great news now. Our thing has gone up by a lot, and the player has been sold. So Tollitt has left the club, and a new signing has arrived in Moore. So we've now got 1 million left. So do we go ahead and bring in a few more players, or one more player, or what do we do? Let's see if we can scout any more players. So we found a player here. He goes by the name of Santiago Montoya. He looks pretty decent. He's a cam. He's 25 years of age. So we'll go ahead and offer him a contract. And let's see if we can sign him on a pre-contract deal for next year. And let's give him an important first-team player, because he might not be that, but he does look pretty decent. And I do believe he's going to be around the 60 rated mark. So maybe there's a few other players we can maybe find here. This guy looked quite promising. Elvis Manu. But obviously our scout isn't the best. So they do give back a false identification, to be honest. So we now get some emails back from the board, and Montoya says he wants a bigger squad role, and David Maria is another person that we went in for, and he said he wants another more money, to be honest. So we go ahead and offer him, say 1,300, and let's do not specify, and then we will go in for, who else do we go in for? Let's go for Santiago Montoya. He wants a bigger squad role, so basically he wants to be a crucial first-team player. But I want to think about this in the business terms. So basically, we're going to go from a crucial first-team player, because then that way, what we can do is sell him on, and then sell him on and get a little bit of money. So that's good news. So there's only 6 hours left now, but I'm happy with what the transfer business we've done on transfer deadline day. So having a look now at a few more emails. It's declined for Montoya, but David Maria accepts his, which is great news, and he will come into the club. So David Maria will come in, and another person that maybe come in will be Santiago Montoya, but he says he's a current top player at his own club. So whether we will go ahead and give him a little bit more money, let's 1,700 plus crucial first team player. Let's see if he will be convinced by that. Otherwise, I don't think we're going to bother. So with just 2 hours remaining now, it doesn't look like we are going to go ahead and bring in anyone else. So 1 hour remaining, that is going to be it for our transfer activity this January period. But I'm very pleased with that, because we brought in a goalkeeper and we brought in Emre Moore. We signed Bennett on a long-term deal as well, and we've also signed someone else on a long-term deal, which is fantastic news. But look at the news article here. It says shape of things without Badiashile, but where did it go? It says something. It did say somewhere. I'm staying club news. Where is it? So for some reason the news article's disappeared, but it did say that our value, the club's value, has gone up by a lot. But what I've decided to do with the remaining million that we've got, we're going to go ahead and hire a youth scout. So we've already got one scout available, but we're going to go ahead and hire a proper one, a more expensive one. Let's go ahead and 178,000. That's quite a bit of money for us, but we are going to send him out somewhere. Let's set up a scouting network. I think what we're going to do, let's go ahead and send him to Spain. Let's see if we can bring in any young Spanish people. And we're going to put him on let's put him on a 6-month deal and a type anything to be honest. Let's see if that guy can bring in anyone decent. However, before we end this episode, we're going to go ahead and show you a squad report so you can see how the players are getting on, and you can also see the likes of our new signings that we have made. So Contract has now hit the 70 rate, which is fantastic news. Karoma is actually 69 as well now, Naismith, etc. So having a look, a lot of the players have increased a lot, which is fantastic news. And this is our new signings. We've got here Emre Moore, 19 years of age, 66 rated, and Miles Vilar. Yes, he's 10 ratings lower than Badiashile, but I'm hoping if we can put him on the training drills, he should be able to increase that quite nicely. So having a look at a few other players here, a lot of them are increasing very, very nicely, and it's always good to see that players in your own squad have got green numbers next to them, because that obviously means they have been increasing in ratings. But that is in fact going to be it for this episode of Career Mode. If you did enjoy it, please make sure to hit the like button down below, as it is going to be very much appreciated. And don't forget, if you're around here, hit that subscribe button to keep up to date with all my latest videos and career modes. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.